a tough first test for the NFC champs. It's the coach. This is opening weekend on EA Sports. Coming up, the Rams begin what they hope is the run to another Super Bowl. But standing in their way, Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back at halftime with a look at the other games going on. But first, we're off to Charlotte. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. And we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to go to work, and it's Jared Goff who leads them out. #1 overall pick back in 2016. If you look at it, his rise falls right in line with the arrival of Sean McVay as head coach. 2 years ago, 0-7 start as a rookie, but since then 24-7 in the regular season the last 2 years.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. You gonna take it.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And Woods has it complete. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Goff. And he's going to go down again. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
That's pulled in at the 32. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
His stature isn't huge. He's not one of the big, strong-arm guys that you see coming into the league. But his touch, decision-making, ability to make plays, that's why Teddy Bridgewater has a chance to be a top quarterback in the league.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On the run, it's Davis. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Davis taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
A run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Draw play. This is Hines. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Our first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The defense here for the Rams.
All right, partner, turn the house lights down. Turn the spotlight on bright. There he is, the best defender in the NFL today. A 5-time Pro Bowler, 4-time first-team All-Pro. That's Aaron Donald, who led the NFL in sacks.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and long for Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Bridgewater now from the 50. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground. Or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
In Christian McCaffrey's rookie year, he would not have gotten that carry. It likely would have gone to either Cam or Jonathan Stewart when he was with the Panthers. But now he's the man in the backfield, gets the big carry, picks up the first down.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal with the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They come up in an offset eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jared Goff for the Rams headed back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is when you...
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Big hold to the 30. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Goff's throw here finds Woods. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hines. And an alley to run. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
This is Hines. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. These two teams squaring off here in week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they've dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a run with McCaffrey. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. It was Troy Hill that time in on the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
And didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And it's fielded at the 34. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Bridgewater. And that's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Davis, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. It's Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Black 20.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's Hines. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Goff letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. 11 yards and a Panther first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Bridgewater. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can forward and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Gone. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
4 yards the pickup, first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's gone. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now left side on the swing pass. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Goff. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just got their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come out here in the eye. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm here all day. Check 99. Check 99.
McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Bridgewater to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Still 4th down.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Carolina, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit